Hey everybody, Nick here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this thing. You have load button here. Obviously, quit. This is the logo will take you to the credits and then play. And this is where you import. Now you have fighter, you had a wizard, and a thief, and well, import button. The game should come preloaded with a paladin import. So there you have it. This is the Paladin class. They start with a magic shield and a Paladin sword. However, we're not trying to import a Paladin here, are we? No, we're not. We are importing our wizard. Now there's a fun little thing you can do. It's a glitch, I suppose. If you cycle through, notice that none of the other characters get any skills, but the Paladin actually gets the skill of the imported character. So now I can place a Paladin with 400 everything except for acrobatics, and yeah, have some fun with that. So I'm not going to, but let's quit out and go ahead and for real import. Okay, here's our wizard. Now, a lot of people are probably going to hate me for doing this, but I'm going to put points in swimming. It's useless because you get swimming for free, but check it out. Strength at 400, I cannot add anymore. It says you can't start out with any skill above 400, which means I can learn either stealth, lockpick, or swimming. As a wizard, going for thieves skills, primarily for lockpick, means that you can't marry a certain character. So, and that's the character I want to marry. So yeah, I'm not gonna go for that. For stealth, it's fairly useless for a wizard. We have the hide spell, and I wouldn't be using stealth at all. So I can let these points go. I can put all of them in acrobatics, but then I'd have some left over, such as I have 60 points left over, and I can't add it anywhere. So what I'm going to do, let's get 100 and put it into swimming, and the rest into acrobatic, and that's about it. There's not much else to do here. So let's go ahead and continue.
Oh dear boy, the reason Fenris and I brought you here is this. You are a hero. And so, in the grand tradition of all heroes, you need to go where you are most needed. That happens to be Silmaria at this moment. The former king was assassinated a short while back. We have no idea why this was done or even who did it. Thus, you were summoned. Silmaria needs a new king, and thus the rite of rulership is about to begin. This rite will determine the next ruler for the kingdom. We would like you to enter the rite of rulership. It is the most likely way to find the villain behind the nefarious deeds going on in Silmaria. If you choose to accept this mission, you will need to go to the Hall of Kings to speak with Logos, the centaur who is in charge of Silmaria right now. You will enjoy Silmaria. I am certain you will meet some old friends and make new ones. This is an interesting city, and these are interesting times. I've arranged for you to stay at the most amusing inn in Silmaria. Would you like to go there now, or are you ready to head into danger?
No, we don't really want to go into danger, so let's go ahead and go into Silmaria. Okay, to get to Erasmus's place, you examine this pillar, and if you're a non-magic character, you can kick it, and it'll teleport you. Otherwise, you have to cast Trigger. Now, here opens up our character sheet. Here's our stats. You can rest, score, deeds. This changes to eye icon or hand icon. Here we have our inventory and spells. Notice the spells have a little 3D icon over here. Pretty neat. Check out the... Yep, this is the fetch spell. I like the frostbite. That's really cool. For the most part, everything has been correct. Let's see. Reversal spell at 300. I guess, I don't know. 307. Hide spell, calm. I think I have all those spells. I have to count them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18. I have 18 spells. I think that's correct. I hope so. Anyways, they do have all the right stats. They're at 400 on my attack spells anyways. Open spell and trigger spell. So, here's the inventory. Drachmas are the coins. They're the only coins used. I got a dagger, tinderbox, and 5 fruit. Yes, you do need to eat. This equipment, you drag over your equipment and then it shows up on your character as well. And then done. This is your quick belt over here. You can put whatever weapons you or spells you want. In this case, I want this spell. I want this spell. And I do want detect magic because that's always fun. Where is it? Calm. Magic. There it is. I am gonna put some food over here and some money, so I kind of know how much money I have. Okay, this is the Knob Hill, I believe. Yep, Knob or Nob Hill, the ritzy section of town. Okay, this is the Colosseum. Let's go check out the Colosseum, see what's going on. Announcement. Okay. Welcome to the Grand Arena of Silmaria. Today's champion Kokino Pukamisu. Today's challenger Abdul. Kokino Pukamisu means red shirt. Kokino is red, and I guess Pukamisu means shirt in Greek. If you go to the left, that's where you watch. To the right is where you fight. Let's go ahead and talk to Abdum.
What you want? I be Abdum.
Abdum.
This place to fight or watch fight. Read board. Board tell fight. Go.
And look at that. Who's this? Ferrari. Okay.
Good to see you again. I, Signor Ferrari, welcome you to the arena of Silmaria. Here we are holding gladiatorial combats each evening for the next few weeks. You may come each evening to witness these displays of man's most brutal nature. It costs but 5 drachmas to observe the spectacle of combat. If you wish to do more than just observe, you may bet upon the outcome of such battles at the Dead Parrot Inn. However, I observe you're a man of action. Perhaps you would like to participate. There is a prize purse worth winning.
Of course we're going to participate. Okay, whenever the conversation box appears, the time stops over here. So let's go ahead and greet him.
As always, it is a pleasure to again be in your company. I am hoping to see you compete in this. It will be a pleasure to witness your skills in action. It is a fine place to observe the strengths and frailties of your opponents. I am presuming, of course, that you wish to participate in these barbaric and brutal acts of violence. The betting board in the Dead Parrot lists the champion for the week and the challengers for the winner's prize. You may bet 10 drachmas or more upon either. The odds will be affected directly by your bet. If you're a challenger in the competition, you can more than double the amount of your entry fee when you win. If you're a champion, you can triple your entry fee. Knowing your reputation, I assume that will be easy money for you to earn. You may enter the competition at the betting board in the Dead Parrot, as well as place your bets.
Okay.
We shall meet again soon, I hope.
Alright, well, basically, any character can fight, and you get money for doing it, and since you should be betting on yourself, because you're gonna win, obviously. So, yeah. Okay. This is the house you can rob. This is Ferrari's house. You can do some stuff there later, but only as a thief. Okay. This is the Hall of Kings, and that's where you'll go to get to progress with the main quest.
You may enter the Hall of Kings now.
Alright, here we go. Let's go in. Check out, see what's going on.
Greetings, Prince of Shapir. I am Logos, counselor to rulers and speaker of Silmaria. Welcome to the kingdom of Silmaria. I have heard much of you from your friends Erasmus and Rakeesh.
Greetings, my friend. It is good to know that you are here. This land needs a hero of your abilities.
I trust you understand why you were summoned here. The rites of rulership need one more entrant before it can begin. All other competitors are worthy individuals. However, I suspect that these rites will be more dangerous than they are intended.
We believe that the one or ones who assassinated the King of Silmaria will attempt to make certain the contestant they support will win.
You must understand that your life will be in grave danger from the moment you enter the rite of rulership. We will be doing everything we can to stop the assassin, but you need to be wary. Hero of the lands of Shapir, Tana, and Mordavia, will you enter the rites of rulership?
Okay, now Logos has a ton to say, so, go get something to eat if you've heard this dialogue before. Here we go.
It is an honor to meet you. I am the Speaker of Silmaria. I am the voice of the king and of the people. I will make certain that only the most worthy shall attain the rulership of this kingdom. That is my duty and my honor. Rakeesh and I have been friends for many years. When the king was assassinated, I contacted him through Erasmus for his wise counsel. Both Rakeesh and Erasmus mentioned you and spoke of your worthiness. The Rites of Rulership is a series of quests that will aid Silmaria. 5 individuals will compete to complete these quests. The one who accomplishes the most will be judged worthy to become king. To enter these rites, you must first contribute 1,000 drachmas to the rulership fund. This can be done at the Bank of Silmaria.
Your father, the Sultan of Shapir, was informed of this by myself and my wife, and has contributed 300 drachmas toward your entrance in the rites. Erasmus and I have each deposited another 100 drachmas.
During the rites of rulership, all quests will be announced one at a time. Some rites can be fulfilled by only one person. Other rites cannot end until all contenders accomplish their assignment. A more detailed explanation of the rites will be given when the rites of rulership begin. We await your entry into the contest. The Bank of Silmaria is located in Town Square. The bank manager will be expecting you and explain the right fund. The Sultan Harun al-Rashid has sent a letter of recommendation about you. He says you would make a most splendid king, to use his words. He also sends you his blessing and trusts you will choose the future you wish to fulfill. Our kingdom of Silmaria consists of the Isle of Merit and the outlying islands in the center of the Med Sea. The city of Silmaria was built upon the prime port of this island and is a thriving center of trade for the world. Merit is a large volcanic island that is said to have risen when Atlantis fell. It is mostly rock and seashore, rising steeply to the peaks of Mount Draconis. In the caldera of Draconis is the most inaccessible Lake Moray. The entire island of Merit is the base of Mount Draconis. Draconis is too steep to climb, and though there are trails that traverse this island, most of Merit is uninhabited, save for the isolated fishing villages along the coast. Lake Moray rests in the heart of Mount Draconis. It is said to be linked to the sea, for it rises and falls with the moods of the tides. However, few have seen the lake other than by magic. Draconis is unclimbable. Atlantis was a kingdom that sank beneath the sea in a disaster eons ago. It is said that the inhabitants were transformed into tritons and other sea creatures. The city of Silmaria is built on various levels. It was designed as a defensible fortress in the days when wars were more common. However, this city has been a center for peace and prosperity for generations, We have had no need for an army, and have none. Unfortunately, Marite has been invaded by Hesperian mercenaries. They have taken the outlying fishing villages. We do not have the force to drive them away.
When was your island invaded?
2 days after the king was assassinated. We do not presume this is a coincidence. However, Silmaria has the resources to withstand a siege, and has never in its history fallen to invasion. There are many small islands that surround Marite. They are mostly uninhabited, save by animals and monsters. A few of the larger islands are owned by the individuals that live there. Travel to some of the outer islands has become very dangerous lately. Many fishing boats have not returned, and reports of attacks by tritons and sea monsters are all too common. The sea is a very dangerous place. There are many fierce creatures that prey upon anyone foolish enough to swim far from shore. The Tritons are half human, half fish people who live under the sea. We have been at peace with their people for generations. We have no idea why they now turn against our fishermen. The assassin used a poison dagger to kill our king. The poison is very deadly and unknown to our healers. Unless an antidote is administered immediately, the victim is dead within a minute. Even with an antidote, unless the victim has a very hearty constitution, he will remain unconscious for weeks. We are trying to learn the exact nature of the poison in order to cure this.
The assassin of the king is a man skilled in stealth and the use of a poison dagger. A merchant was also presumed to be killed by the assassin, for his body was found by the docks, and he died from the same poison.
You have a wide range of experiences to draw upon from your past. It should serve you well in Silmaria. We will be pleased and proud to have such a worthy hero contesting to become our leader. I shall see you again when the rites of rulership begin. May Tyche, goddess of good fortune, smile upon you.
Okay, so, couple of things. I wanted to be quiet while I covered all the topics. He mentioned, yes, the assassin with a poison dagger. You do, if you want to have a pretty good outcome, want to carry a couple of poison cure pills, just in case. I'd say you need about 3, but have 5 just in case. Let's see, what else? He did mention something else that I forgot. Oh, the rites of rulership. The rites are the main quest, essentially, or quests. You're given a task, you gotta go fulfill it, and you are competing, which means you can lose some of them. However, they're designed so that the later ones can only be completed by you, so that you pretty much can lose all the earlier rites and still become the ruler of Silmaria. Other than that, let's go ahead and talk to Rakeesh, see what's up.
It is a pleasure to see you again. I can think of none I would rather have by my side in times of danger than you, dear friend. I am well and fine, my friend. We can speak later of these matters and of old times. You will find me during the day basking in the sunshine near the arena, on the other side of Nob Hill from here. Logos and I first met in Thebes, when he was a young scholar and I was just earning my warrior rank.
I had journeyed there to study the riddles of the Sphinx. I mistook Rakeesh for a Sphinx when we first met.
When he contacted me about the assassination and the invasion, I had a bad sense that things were even worse than they appeared. Thus, I came here. The rites of rulership are a wise and honorable way to choose a leader. The very quests will strengthen the kingdom and allow Logos to judge who will be worthy enough to be king of Silmaria. I sorrow to learn that Irana is truly dead. She was a paladin in all but name, and the world has lost a great goodness. I rejoice, though, that her soul is free. Thank you for your words. Silmaria is a lovely city. I have visited Logos here before these tragic occurrences. It reminds me of my homeland Tarna. You should take some time to explore and enjoy yourself while you are here. I will see you soon, my friend.
Okay, you can't talk to these guards. I know. They'll say something like they're working or something. I don't know. Okay, you can talk to this one over here.
We are not here to answer questions. This is the Hall of Kings. No one enters without permission. We are not tour guides. Ask a merchant in the town square. No one may enter the Hall of Kings until all the contenders have fully funded the right of rulership.
Okay, what he said. Basically, you have 200 drachmas. Your father, or adopted father, gave 300. Rakeesh and Erasmus each contributed 100, so you got 500 in the bank, 200 with you, so that's 700 drachmas in total, and you need 300 more. Now, you can get that fairly easily. Hell, you can do it probably in the first day, and start if you want right away. And but I'm going to take my sweet ass time doing this, because once you finish in there and the gates close, you pretty much have I think almost an unlimited amount of time. I think somebody spent like 100 days just milling about town and stuff, so it's pretty funny. Okay, so this is the boards that will show you the news and stuff. So here's the current events. Right of rulership begins when 5 or more contestants have entered. You will be the 5th one. There's the island news. Fishermen flee. They be attacked by the Hesperian mercenaries. Honeybees are in their hive. This is actually, the honeybees thing can be used for a quest. Let's see, rights of rulership. You have the courage, strength, and basically you have to, put down 1,000 drachmas. And then survive the trials, obviously. And Justinian, that's the previous king, is dead. He was assassinated, as you saw in the introductory video. Okay. We'll periodically check it to see what's going on. Okay, so first things first. The arena is kind of closed here. Here's where Rakeesh is. You'll find him in this little sunny spot, and he's gonna give you the kata pin.
Greetings, my friend. It is good to see you here in Marit. This island is already in need of your skills. I fear that it will need more heroism from you as things continue. You left behind most of your equipment when last I saw you. I am sorry, but I was unable to bring most of it. I can, however, give you this.
Okay, now he has a ton of topics here as well to cover, so let's go ahead and start.
I am pleased to see you again, Prince of Shapir. I was summoned here by my son Chakra, who has made this island his home. We are a long way from Tarna. My life mate Krisha will be pleased to learn that you are well, and now in Silmaria.
If you remember in Quest of Glory 3, they do, I don't know if it was Rakeesh or Krisha mentioned Chakra, who wanted nothing to do with Liontar, warrior and all that crap. He wanted to become a mage straight up, and so he went to Silmaria. And now he's here, and he's important to the mage character.
Chakra has his own magic shop in the town square, and I am staying with him there. It has been a while since I had last seen him, and he has grown much. Tarna's enjoying the peace you brought to our land. Your friends Yesufu and Yahari are married now, and Uhura's child grows strong and proud like his mother. You are missed there.
Alright, well, little news about Tarna.
Krisha has a new apprentice she is instructing in the magical arts, or she would have joined us here. She said there is a strong magic surrounding this island. I suggest you speak with Chakra about that. There is an invading army of Hesperian mercenaries on Marit. No one is certain how large this force is yet. The skills you use to bring peace in Tarna might be useful here. However, the mercenaries do not seem willing to negotiate in any way. It seems the only language they understand is the sound of sword and shield. There are very disturbing signs here. I do not yet know what is going on, but I do sense as if something very dangerous lies near here. The Centaur and I have...
Oops,
There are
sorry.
Fortunately for Silmaria, you are here. The Centaur and I have remained good friends over the years. He is a wise counsel, and has guided 2 kings in Silmaria. He will soon guide a 3rd when the rites of rulership are over. King Justinian was a good ruler for this land. He ruled for almost 20 years, and Silmaria has flourished. Now a new king shall be chosen by the rites of rulership. If you do enter the rites, make certain that the one who does win is a worthy successor to Justinian. Silmaria deserves a good king. The rites of rulership are a series of quests to prove the worth of those who would be king. The quests vary, depending upon the needs of the kingdom. Logos and I will be determining what those rites shall be. I arrived not long after King Justinian had been killed by the assassin. Judging from the evidence, the assassin has the skills of a thief, for he scaled several walls and avoided many guards. Chakra says that magic was used also, but he does not believe that the assassin is a spellcaster. The poison the assassin used is deadly. It is death to any who are touched by it, unless an antidote is given within seconds. Even then, the poison cannot be cured, and only the strongest will survive the coma it brings. It is for the best that Ad Avis has been destroyed forever. If the Dark One had been summoned, the entire world would have been endangered. I hope sincerely that whatever menaces Silmaria is but a shadow of the Dark One. Enjoy this city, my friend. It is beautiful. This is why we are heroes, you and I. That such places remain beautiful and the people remain safe.
Okay, let's go ahead and equip our cool kata pin over here. Oops. Here it is. Sign of friendship and respect. Doesn't do anything. Just pop it on you, and it doesn't rise any skills or anything like that. So, oh, I did forgot to mention one thing. This is your burden weight bar. So you know, there you have it. Let's see. Well, this is about it for here. Next video, we're gonna go and talk to Erasmus and actually get a new spell. So stick around for that. This is Nick, and I'm signing out. I will see you in the next video.